Have you ever loved someone so deeply that your identity starts to blur with theirs? When a relationship becomes close enough, the boundary between your own successes and theirs seems to completely merge. This is a 400-year-old dilemma mapped out in William Shakespeare's Sonnet 39. Published in 1609 as part of the Fair Youth sequence, this poem dissects the exact psychological trap of shared identity. Looking at the opening lines, Shakespeare pulls us right into his own internal struggle with a question. "Oh, how thy worth with manners may I sing, when thou art all the better part of me." He realizes that if the young man is entirely encompassed by his own identity, completely engulfed as his better part, then trying to objectively celebrate the young man's virtues is logically impossible. The boundary doesn't exist. He drives this home in the next two lines. "What can mine own praise to mine own self bring? And what is it but mine own when I praise thee?" Praising the youth becomes a closed loop of self-reference. To Shakespeare, self-praise holds no real value. It lacks sincerity and, as he notes in the first line, it lacks manners. It is an empty gesture. The emotional intimacy that defines their bond has trapped him. By becoming so close, he has lost the ability to honestly and genuinely honor the person he admires most. This layout shows the architectural blueprint of a standard 14-line sonnet. At line 5, we hit the volta. He writes, "Even for this let us divided live, and our dear love lose name of single one." He is proposing strategic physical distance. By stepping away, he breaks the closed loop. Lines 7 and 8 explain that separation gives him the space to offer that due to thee which thou deservest alone. Without the complication of self-reference, his praise can finally be objective. He prioritizes the young man's right to be recognized for his own independent excellence, willingly sacrificing his personal desire to remain physically close. Within the logic of the poem, distance serves a distinct purpose. It is a calculated mechanism designed to protect and elevate genuine admiration. Shakespeare turns his attention to the reality of distance in lines 9 and 10, addressing absence as if it were an active, living force. He admits, "O absence, what a torment wouldst thou prove." He isn't pretending this is easy. Using the word torment validates the enormous emotional suffering that comes from stepping away from someone you love. But the suffering comes with an unexpected trade-off. He contrasts the sour bitterness of being apart with the sweet leave, or permission, that the distance provides. That permission is the space to entertain the time with thoughts of love. Away from the immediate intensity of the relationship, he gains the uninterrupted time to reflect objectively on the young man's virtues. The pain of physical absence forces a sharper emotional awareness. By bearing the ache of stepping back, he gains the clarity to see the true value of what might be taken for granted up close. The argument resolves in the final couplet. "As thou being mine, mine is thy good report. As a separated spouse, I here commend thy parts." He uses the metaphor of a separated spouse to visualize a profound, unbreakable union existing despite a temporary physical distance. By embracing this role, the opening dilemma is solved. He can finally honor the young man's qualities properly, cleanly severing his genuine praise from the taint of boastful self-congratulation. Sonnet 39 shows us that genuine admiration requires boundaries. It means giving the people we care about the necessary space to let their individual excellence stand entirely on its own. The challenge of navigating heavily intertwined lives remains a universal human experience today. When our relationships become deeply woven together, stepping back is sometimes the highest form of respect. If this breakdown helped you navigate the architecture of Shakespeare's writing, like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll be dissecting the next poem in the Fair Youth sequence in our upcoming analysis.